So, hello YouTube. Just filming a trial attempt on my new GLaDOS model. So there's 4 servo motors here. There's one up here, a full-size one that will be attached to where this attaches to the ceiling. And there's another one here with a spring to give it some extra tension. That's a really high torque micro servo that I ordered from banggood.com. We also have another servo in there, that little black one there, that's an MG90S. That one down there's an MG90D. And then there's an SG90 in here, which controls the head's rotation. So in all there's 4 areas that it can rotate. And the whole thing at the minute is controlled off this little Arduino Micro. Nano even.
I've just been working on this GLaDOS voice assistant Python script, and this is going to be the second video of the Python script, and I thought I'd just show you the changes I've made and why this works so much better than it did in the past video, which didn't work amazingly. So basically, biggest change today is we've got this keyword locate function I've written, and that just takes a string from the transcription and a string of words that you would like it to find within the transcription, instead of just checking the whole transcription matches what you want it to say. Meaning that you could say like a sentence and it'll pick up on a keyword in the middle. At the same time, you can have more than one instruction in the same sentence because it's just looking for keywords. And it can look for more than one keyword, so it could look, for example, for what is the date, and it'd do that by first of all making it all lowercase, and then we would take the keywords string at the minute and break that down into individual words in a list. The same we will do for the transcription string. We'll break it into a list of words, and then for the length of the transcription string we will check if the if the word matches the first word of the keyword list. And what that achieves is obviously it finds if the keyword or words are in there at some point. And if the first word does appear, then if it is the only word, which is why we've got this greater than 1, then it will simply exit this loop and it'll return true, which is I think that's meant to be back there. Yeah. So, oh wait, no, sorry, my bad. Yeah, there, that's the else. So if the length, if there is only one word effectively, then it'll use this else loop and return true, meaning it'll carry on and do whatever it's programmed to do. If there is more than one word within that list, then using this loop here, we will take the length of the keywords, so however many keywords there are, and we'll take away 1 seeing as we've already evaluated 1 there, and then we're going to check that, first of all, to stop a list index out of range error, that the transcription is definitely going to carry on past the next word we're checking from the so this would effectively be the next word in the transcription list, and we have to check that this word would theoretically be there by checking it against the length of this of the transcriptions list. And if it's not there, then obviously the next word within the keyword section won't match, because there's no word to match with, so we return false, and that just stops an error. And if it does work, then we just carry on along to here, and again it will evaluate if it's not equal to the keyword, then it will return false. Otherwise it will, that's for debugging purposes. And that's basically just to check that it is doing the full amount of iterations it should, to check every single word, not just one or two, because I had a return true in here, and it was only literally checking the second word, which obviously if you've got a pretty complex command isn't ideal. Well, it just wouldn't work. So the idea is, instead of checking if it does match and then returning true, it'll return false if it doesn't match. Otherwise, if it gets to the end of this loop, then it will return true just here. So that's that explained. So then down here we have another big change here is that we have this new one attempt variable, and well, it's a boolean, and it starts it, and it takes in, and it checks that you say hey GLaDOS, and if it hears hey GLaDOS, then one attempt is true and active is true, meaning that we then break into the actual command loop and it's checking for commands. But the whole idea of the one attempt variable is if I was to say something like hey GLaDOS check the date or something like that in one go, instead of then asking me to re-speak the command here like it used to, because it used to have this while true loop here to wait for the command, if the one attempt is false, so it'll do that, but because we've just set one attempt true, the very first command you make will bypass this loop using this, and it will just evaluate that first command. Now, if none of these pop up in it, then it will just go back up to here, because we set it back to false at the bottom, and it will listen for a command. So it'll still work like it used to, but if you want to say the whole command in one sentence, instead of waiting for it to respond to check that it's got your attention effectively, or its attention, it will just carry on, and if it's got a command within there, it will do it. And then you can see here we've got the if keyword locate is true, which is using the function I've showed you up at the top, and if that is true, it will then do what it's going to do. And I'm going to upload another video, probably, I think I recorded it, that basically explains the problem I had with simple audio, because basically what was happening was I tested it a couple of times, and if you ask it to sing a song or play a song or whatever, because it now uses keywords, and then you ask it to do it again while it's still playing the song, it will start playing it, but it will change, but the old one will still be playing, and it will change this play object to the new one. So when you then tell it to stop playing, it will only cancel the latest song you started. So I had like 5 different things going at once, and you can only stop the latest one. So to prevent that from happening, we only use simple audio library literally just for the music. Everything else is done using play sound, just because it's a lot more simple, and for just simple one-line responses it's much easier, but for songs you still want to be able to cancel it, so it has to still be listening out for that stop command. So this what I did to fix the simple audio problem is basically I just stuck up here a play object is none, and as soon as it plays anything, that play object will then have something in it, whether it's playing or not doesn't matter, which means that you can then use the play object.stop, but on its own that'll return an error without this first line, because if play object is still equal to none, aka if nothing's played so far, you'll get an error because you can't stop a none variable. So that's just a nice little solution to that. In fact, I'll probably explain that. I won't bother with the other video then.
So hello, yep, you may notice a bit of a change there. That's just because I've swapped to using OBS, because I recorded the next part of the video with Windows Game Bar and forgot that you can't see Python shell using that, because it only records one application, not the whole desktop. So I'm just going to give it a test now, like I did like 5 minutes ago, but you didn't see it. So here we go. Hey GLaDOS, sing a song.
Oh good. This was a trial.
So as you can see, you can now speak to it in one sentence as opposed to getting its attention and then saying the command. Not much different there, but it works better. Stop. and you can say that within a sentence and it'll work. Stop. It didn't pick it up the first time. And yeah, what else did I show you in the last part? So you can see that I can, using the keyword locate, basically I can speak to it within a whole sentence. So yeah, that's obviously new. And yeah, yeah, also now you can, the song 1 and song 2 can be different.
Oh, good.
And it uses keywords, so if it hears the word song 1, it'll probably do it again in a minute. Or it heard song 2, then it will just play that one. It'll play song 1 again after this because it hears that first.
Oh, good.
There you go. So I'm going to stop saying that word now because I need to really put the word play or sing before it in order for it to actually stop doing this. Oh right, I said stop. Lol. So yeah, that's kind of new. Pretty cool. And as you could probably tell when I was doing that, it's not overlapping the audio like it used to. It now just stops each one before it plays the next one. And I'm not getting any errors when I'm saying the word stop because of this new line that I showed you just there. And that's about it. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something. And you got to listen to like a couple of seconds of Portal music, which is always good. So yeah, see you guys next video. You should now be able to see a link to the previous video, and I will add a link to the next video when that comes along. Please do like the video. I hope to keep making these, maybe. And subscribe if you want to see more of this, or go take a look at the rest of my channel for some random R6 spots that got me some aces, if you know what that means, and other random videos that have absolutely no relation to each other whatsoever. Thank you.